Time to do some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Hope I get away with it. Oh, da doo-dah day.
Oh, hey. What? What, John?
I didn't say anything.
Okay, I've got the second computer's volume off. I'm hearing an echo.
Okay.
Echo.
Oh, there's $5. There's another $5. There's $3. There's $2. That's not bad.
Congratulations. You can get
And
a
a
6-pack. You can get a 12-pack of Coca-Cola now.
Yeah.
Hey, Donna.
I got 4 out of 5. So hey, it's doing pretty good.
Somebody changed the light bulb and cleaned his room. You can tell he's trying to get off the naughty list. Cleaned his room, changed the light bulb.
Yep. I actually put in 2 new light bulbs.
We can tell. Yeah. Your background's nice and bright.
Yep. Oh,
I'm trying to figure out. I know one of these lights I've got in here is a grow light, and I'm not sure which one it is, but that's why I'm so red. I didn't do that for the holidays, honest.
I thought it was a Sam Adams, but okay.
I told you I was cutting back, and that right there is literally all I've had today. So,
Hey, Carl.
Oh,
Hello, hello.
yes, indeed.
I picked a hell of a time to start trying to lose a little weight. Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year, eggnog, turkey.
Yeah, that's not exactly the time of year to be dieting.
Oh, and I will tell you guys, eggnog in coffee for creamer is not a good idea.
No, it's not. I mean, I've seen that. They make eggnog creamer for coffee, and but let me tell you, I'm giving Bacardi a run for their money. They're gonna have to up production because you got to have the rum in the eggnog. That's just all.
Yeah.
Well, I went to look for the bottle of rum because we got a little swig of eggnog left, and
We are in the same boat because I have got like this much eggnog left in the bottom of that jug. So
yes, and apparently the entire bottle has disappeared. Not, I can't even find the empty bottle. So,
Yeah, Carl goes, eggnog in your coffee. Ugh, Carl, trust me, it was a mistake. I only did it once.
Carl, please, please. I put cornbread in my buttermilk. I can handle eggnog in my coffee, especially if it's got a splash of rum in there too. I don't drink any creamer in my coffee, but
Yeah.
if it's a tradition, I'll just join in. Yeah. Coffee does wonderful things to rum.
And that when you said milk, cornbread into the buttermilk, made me think of something else. Do you remember the movie and the TV series Alien Nation?
yes,
I've heard a story that I think it was at Dragon Con. Somebody did the costume, the prosthetic, all that, and to add to the punch, they took bread, the bread rolls, broke it up, and put it down into the milk.
Ah,
But the thing is, they poured it from a pitcher into a glass.
so it looked like lumpy milk. Yeah.
Yeah, and good week.
Yeah, I would do that with buttermilk and cornbread. I would not do that with white bread and white milk. No. Some people like that.
Yeah. Well,
They're more redneck than I am, but
needless to say, they about cleared the theater. And there was a biohazard cleanup.
but not from them.
No,
From a
the
viewer.
audience.
Yes.
From the audience.
Oh, what was the? It was one of the Harry Potter series. Chamber of Secrets, and they had to make the polyjuice potion for the kids to drink. And they did this blind thing. They didn't tell the kids what was in the polyjuice potion they had to drink. But I believe one of the ingredients was liver. And so the reactions you see on screen when they start drinking the stuff are real reactions.
And Carl says, wasn't buttermilk like alcohol to aliens?
Yes.
It was spoiled milk.
Spoiled milk. Yes.
Curdled milk.
Not quite buttermilk because it hadn't been turned. It had just been.
It wasn't churned. It was turned.
Pantry, and nobody checked the date. That's what it was.
It was turned, not churned.
There you go. That's a good way of putting it.
Mandy Patinkin is such a great actor. I mean, just some of the roles.
And he's a nice guy too.
That's what I've heard.
Well, yeah, that's what I've heard. I've never met him. I'd like to, but
that would be awesome.
Chances of that are getting vanishingly slim the older I get.
But
I want to meet Ron Howard. I finally found the question to ask Ron Howard.
Do you ever get jealous of your brother's success?
Have you ever found your thrill on Blueberry Hill?
No, it's going to be, did you ever forgive Alden Alda for snitching you out on MASH? He would probably go, wow.
That's
That would,
obscure.
and I found out Hulu has the entire run of MASH.
Yes. We were talking about that about a month ago or so.
Yeah,
Oh,
I started yesterday, and I'm into just finished up season 1.
man, I saw that so many times on infinite repeat on. It might have been TNT. I don't know, but it was 2 episodes in a row, and then changed channels, and then there was a different 2 episodes in a row. It's like, okay.
So
Uh,
we were in the hospital with someone who had just had a suicide attempt.
hmm.
We had been transferred from the emergency room to an actual hospital room. The show that was on was MASH. And of course, I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm glad the lyrics aren't in the opening theme. I'm just like, that's just a fucked up thing to be playing when you're sitting bedside
with
someone who just attempted.
This
And
is
my
true.
dumbass had to go in the
I
hall
often
because
wondered about that. If people,
I can't
if
help but
people
sing the lyrics.
knew the lyrics, would catch a bad vibe from hearing the MASH theme, even though it didn't have lyrics, if they were in one of the situations that would prompt them to such a desperate measure, unsuccessfully.
Boss is talking to Rich. And Carl's saying, well, Calvin says that he needs to go to bed and he'll see us later.
Yep. I think we wore him out Thursday night doing Last Man Standing. Carl was awake the whole time.
Well,
Of course,
he looked like he was ready to go at the green room last night.
Hey, it's that season. People get busy. People need extra sleep. I didn't get up till 12:30 this morning. 12:30 this afternoon. Excuse me.
Early riser, huh?
It's the weekend. I have to get up at 6 every day during the week.
It was 1:30
It's
for
5
me.
o'clock somewhere.
It was 1:30 for me, Dan. That's why I say early riser.
So, what I had to do for Misty, our microwave is a little taller than she can reach. She can reach in anything close to the front. She put her tea in, and it's got the rotating plate. So when it stopped, the rotating plate was all the way in the back, and she couldn't reach.
That's where you need to get her one of those little step stools with a...
No. That's where you need to have the countertops somewhere in between where it is absolutely the best height for her and the most convenient height for you since you are 6'4".
Were this a house and I could actually build and modify things and not have to pay outrageous prices when we move out, I would do that. But as we're in an apartment, I can't really do that.
Well, it looks like we've got discourse in the chat right now.
It's all right. It's all right. They're married. They're allowed to do that.
The kitty overlords are speaking.
Rich, I would say the next best compromise would be one of those little roller carts that's just microwave sized.
If we had the space for it, we would. But I don't
know the layout of the house. I'm just making suggestions.
Yeah.
I bet I could describe Rich's house right now. You walk in the front door, and depending on if it's mirrored or not, his dining room is to the right, his living room's to the left, the kitchen is behind the dining room. There's a hallway, 2 bedrooms on each side. The master would be on the left side. The kids' room would be over on the right, and the bathroom would be between the kitchen and the kids' room.
Close. So entrance, stairs up. At the top of the stairs, you turn left. The dining room is right there. The living room is just past it. There's a little half-wall shelf thing. Just on the other side of that is the kitchen. So if I'm looking into the dining room, there's a wall right here, and the other side of the wall is the office that I'm in right now. Hall going down from that end of the hall is my daughter's room. Child's room. And then just to the right at the end of the hall is the master bedroom with the master bath, with the bathroom being between my office and Crow's room. And then there's a furnace that's between my bedroom and the kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's in its own little closet.
Yeah. And then across from that is, the where the washer and dryer is supposed to be, which right now is just extra storage until we get up the money to buy an electric dryer. I don't know why I did air quotes on electric.
Yeah. John, get Zach the link. Zach's got some new hardware he needs to show off.
Okay. All right, Zach,
Suddenly, I am fearful.
Oh, it is the most beautiful piece of hardware for his studio.
He's been bragging about it all day.
For his studio, okay.
Yeah, it's a piece of hardware to go in his studio.
All right. There you go, Zach. It's in StreamYard, I think. Hang on a minute. It says it's there. It's just not throwing up a picture. Throw it up twice.
Don't you usually give him a link in Discord?
Yes, that's what I'm doing. And there's normally a picture pops up and says, "Hey, Facebook," but all it did was give the link. It didn't give the picture, so I wanted to make sure it actually stuck. So I sent it to him twice.
Oh,
all right, Zach, it's in Discord and it has a picture now. So.
Yeah.
Hello, Chris.
Oh, excuse me.
Hey, Chris. Yeah.
Isn't it always good?
Hey, Donna's already asleep. I'm in a great mood.
Be very, very quiet.
Trying.
She's hunting Elmers.
I think I figured out which one's the grow light bulb.
The one that's right in front of you?
The one that's right in front of me.
Oh.
Hey, to be honest, it's kind of nice to have that sort of light in the room this time of year. So.
Oh, yeah. That seasonal something or other disorder. Hello, Josh.
Hey, Josh.
Where you're suffering from not getting enough of the right color of light from sunlight because it's always gloomy outside. And the day lasts like 45 minutes.
But there were days when I was stationed in Berlin that were, literally you get like 2 hours of daylight and the rest of it was this gray kind of mushy stuff.
Yep. It's been gray kind of mushy stuff here for a month or two.
No wonder I thrive in that kind of weather and that kind of light. Half German.
Oh, okay. For a moment, I was wondering if you were bragging about being a mushroom.
Yeah, my dad was half German, half Swedish. My mom was half German, half Irish. Therefore, I'm half German, just from two different places.
Two different
and then,
sides.
Yeah.
My last day that I was stationed in Berlin, it was minus 40 with the wind chill factor. And I had to haul my baggage down to the taxi stand to get to the airport.
Minus 40 Celsius or minus 40 real temperatures?
Real temperature.
Yes, both are the same at that.
And there was
degree.
a foot of snow on the ground. So I'm literally trudging through the snow in a parka with a duffel bag over my shoulder.
Oh yes, I guess
kind of funny,
skis
though.
hadn't been invented at that time.
We went from Berlin to Frankfurt to New York to Atlanta.
And the weather didn't change.
No, by the time I got to Atlanta, okay, everyone in Atlanta was bitching about how cold it was because it was like 47 degrees. It's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon in Atlanta. It's 47 degrees. I'm walking around in a t-shirt.
Yeah, because you just came from Germany, where it's
As
40
one
below.
does, because 47 is not bad.
It's
And it's kind of
38 outside right here now, and I'm not going
there's
out.
people walking around with scarves and, like overcoats and stuff like that. And
My wife.
Mhm.
All right.
Southerners.
Hey, Zach.
Okay. Hey, there's Zach. Zach, go ahead. Bring it up.
You had to bring him on screen first.
Yeah, he's. I'm waiting because he's going to be full screen just as soon as he comes up.
we're gonna. He's awful darn proud about this.
Okay. There we go. All right, Zach. All we see is the box.
I'll tell you a barcode. That's about it.
100,000 viewer plaque.
Well deserved.
Well
Thank
done,
you.
my friend. Well done.
Thank you.
He's
It's been a weird day.
Hey Joe,
yeah.
I want you to reach out and touch your screen because
That's
that's the closest you'll ever get to one of those.
I know. I believe that.
Cool.
Gonna need some aloe for that burn.
Hey, you saw me do it because I knew exactly what you were going to do. Yeah.
No. He needs a back to tank for that one.
What was it? There's this guy on the YouTube called the History Guy. He has two of those. He has a silver one like that and a gold. I'm not sure what you got to do to get a gold million. Something like that.
That's
$1 million.
Oh, $1 million.
50 billion
No,
bots. Something.
I
I
thought-
don't know.
Yeah,
I thought the million was the diamond.
that's 10 million.
10 million. Oh,
And
okay.
then 50 million comes in a black suitcase, and it's the ruby diamond one. And then if you can get to 100 million, it's a fully custom one. You tell them what you want and they make it.
Delivered
It's the
by the
same-
Men in Black.
Yes. It's the same company that does the Emmys, Golden Globes, and MTV's awards. So, yeah, it's kind of neat.
Hey, there's an
Yeah.
idea. If Elon Musk can ever get his business going where he gets the rocket going up, and he's talking about starting the thing where they recover space junk, and clean up that, cleaning up the sky, basically. Can you imagine bringing back old satellites, cutting the titanium out, and making plaques like that out of old satellite titanium and stuff?
So they
been
might
exposed to-
already be doing it.
Have
Sort of.
been exposed to cosmic rays for 50 years.
They'll be
Just don't lick
sterile.
it. Don't lick it.
Don't.
Don't
yeah.
leave it in your lap for any length of time.
This
They're not going
this
to be
is
that radioactive. Come on.
this is a Marvel superhero origin story if I've never heard one. I mean, seriously.
We're not talking gamma rays here.
Oh,
Well, it depends on how
Fantastic
high it
Four
was.
wasn't gamma.
No. I don't. I need to get Stephanie in here and ask her about that, because I was pretty sure most of the stuff that they're getting hit with in space isn't the really evil stuff. It is the really evil stuff. It's just not the stuff you get from an X-ray.
Would depend on whether it's above, below, or in the middle of the Van Allen belts.
That is a never mind the furthermore inside joke.
Congratulations, Zach.
Is that, yeah,
Not the
congrats.
green room, not the
This
green
is
room.
not the green room. I can't go there. And not even in the green room would I go there. One day I've got to get this filter turned off. No, then I'd sound like Ryan Reynolds 24/7.
What's wrong with Ryan Reynolds? He's a Canadian icon.
So is Dudley Do Right.
So is Justin Bieber.
Well, here's the thing, if you get that turned off and you turn into having the southern version of Ryan Reynolds, his ability to just say whatever and give zero fire trucks, is what catapulted him to his stardom.
I can bring him down with one videotape. Green Lantern.
I like that movie.
So did I.
I don't understand why people hated it, except the script sucked.
And the special effects weren't that hot.
They did the best they could for what they were
okay.
given.
Yeah, really. They didn't have, an Avengers budget.
Zach in the green room. Doesn't sound like a likely combination. No. Zach, I'm gonna tell you right now.
I think they had a Rocky Horror budget for Green Lantern.
Who was it? George
Doctor
Lucas?
Who budget.
Who was it that did
Classic Doctor Who budget.
who was it that did the special effects house light
Industrial Light and Magic.
Industrial Lights and Magic? Who was it that invented that? Was that Lucas?
Yeah, that's Lucas.
Industrial Lights was Lucas.
It was a division of Lucasfilm that split
ILM, Skywalker Sound, THX, all of that, Lucas.
Right. I'm surprised that Marvel hasn't done the same thing. Started their own version of ILM. I mean, that's...
ILM does their stuff anyway.
Yeah, really. It's cheaper just to use the original company.
Yeah.
Well,
and
like,
anything that Favreau does, Favreau loves practical effects over CGI anyway.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And of course,
like
Pixar.
Zathura.
Then, DreamWorks, is the direct competition for Pixar. And
Yeah.
so
DreamWorks is owned by Paramount.
Why are you glowing blue? I did not say your name, demon. Be gone.
Okay.
Mr. Bezos' favorite spot. Oh, when I was saying FX, she might have thought I said her name.
That's why I wear earbuds now.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Hey, Samuel, what's in your wallet?
If it's the one that says bad motherfucker, you better give it back.
Hand me my lightsaber. It's the one that says bad mother.
Obviously, Samuel has no FX to give.
Yeah.
Chris.
Hey, Chris. You look cold.
It's a comfy outfit. Congratulations, Zach. Proud
very,
of you.
yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm glad you came on because I know you like showing it off, and you're part of our crew now. So,
All right, he's gonna have to rearrange his background now.
I don't know where to put it because
Exactly.
I put it on the shelf earlier,
Right.
and then I was like, I don't want it to get damaged, so I'm putting it back in the box. But it fits on the shelf here, but then it looks so small.
Zach, you hook something up to the back of your chair so it
It's
shows.
just right.
Get your like this little servo where it pops up every so often while you're talking. It's like,
hey,
Hi, welcome to the launch pad today.
I got one even better. Get a good high res picture of it and make it your bug.
There you go.
Yeah,
And-
shadow box it.
I was just gonna say, just glue it to my face and just hi, welcome.
Rich,
Put a head strap on it and just wear
Yeah.
it like a welding mask.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Ryan Reynolds did a.
I am
good
so
job.
sorry that I shortchanged you because today I did this for myself.
What is that?
Ooh.
That's the fancier version of this.
Yep,
Oh, no, that's where I first saw him. He cracked me
it's
up.
all here. 106 pages of. Oh my God, he actually wrote it.
Now, we were at the
Congratulations.
HallowCon Christmas party, and Joe was talking about wanting to get a gang together and go down to watch Starship launch when they finally launch it.
When you're a jet up. Oh, wrong kind of game.
I know Zach's going to be there, so we got at least one person we can hang out with.
Maybe.
But you got to bring your YouTube award.
It's a big maybe if I'll be there for the first Starship, because I may or may not be going over to the UK for like 5 or 6 months. So if I do that,
Fancy.
may or may not fly home, like not home but back, and like extra flights and yeah. It's like, do I want to go on a 2 to 3 week cruise or fly for Starship? That maybe
Or
won't
buy a
fly.
condo there where you can see all of them forever.
I was this close to buying property last February.
Uh-huh.
In like within Starbase, so they couldn't actually tell me to leave unless they were actually going to launch. But you're not allowed to build anything on it because it's technically like a nature reserve / Civil War site. But you're allowed to park an RV on the property. So we were debating on it, but it was a lot for land that you can't ever do anything with.
Build a tiny house and that's stuck on a trailer. You know, therefore it's a little bit better than an RV.
Yeah,
but it's not a permanent structure. You can tow it wherever the hell you need.
Yeah,
Oh,
we were looking at it. It was
Hey, Zach,
40 grand for the lot, I think.
Stilt,
Bad.
stilt house.
Stilt house. You could not have
Those-
foundations was the issue.
That's just it. Stilt houses aren't on foundations.
But they get
They're on
hurricanes
poles.
there, and I don't want my studio to fall over.
That's the thing.
No, you don't
you
understand.
know the hurricane's coming in. You take it down. You toss it on a
I
trailer.
see what
You
you're saying.
GTFO. You put it back.
That's
No,
true.
that they
Yeah.
actually, after Katrina hit and wiped out Biloxi, Mississippi, they redid the city ordinance where most of the new construction has to be hurricane proof, and most of the houses now are on stilts just for storm surge.
I've often wondered why they don't just put them on floats with big steel anchors where the water comes in, they go up, the water
Nope.
goes out, they come back down.
They have houses like that on the water. That it's like boat houses, sort of.
Yeah, they're
where-
called boats, yes.
Well, no, the foundation is basically a barge, and
My
it's literally
niece Autumn.
they drive steel pipes, and it's attached to steel pipes. And as the water level rises, it just floats up and down. And there's a ramp to get out to the thing, and it pivots
It
up and
goes
down.
up and down within limits.
Well, John, you remember when the last flood we had that filled up
the one we're
Coolidge,
having right now.
Coolidge Park? You know where it was. I mean, all the way up into the fountain. Which guys, that's
Coolidge
Almost-
Park is right on the river.
it's right on the
Matter
river.
of fact, it's where they parked the riverboat that we had for a while.
Do you know when that happened? The Southern Belle had to tie off to its barge and run full power because the barge raised up over the pipe.
The Southern Belle is another riverboat that we have. That it's like a party barge kind of thing,
Mhm.
and the office for it is a barge. It's one of those floating deals. So it docks to the barge, and people that wait on the boat are waiting on the barge in the little restaurant, gift shop / tanning salon, massage parlor, and car detailing shop. And
Tax preparation.
7-Eleven.
No,
And that-
no, it's not a 7-Eleven, but you can pawn your car title.
Well, they're. I mean, after that, they said, "We got to have something that can go to,"
Hey, Joe.
and they got a. They bought a casino from Missouri that got flooded. That ended up inland and had to drag it back out and ship it here. It used to be the presidential casino in St. Louis.
Went a little bit downstream, huh?
Yeah.
My niece Autumn was an architecture major in college. She just graduated last year. And her senior thesis for everything was designing a floating city. So she used New Orleans. She went down to New Orleans, saw how everything was laid out and stuff like that. Because it's basically, how could you improve New Orleans so that they weren't so threatened and in so much danger from hurricanes? And basically, they designed a floating city type thing where there was like a central dock, and each sector of the city could break off, do its own thing. One could go and dock and get petroleum products and whatever and bring it back. One could go get minerals, bring it back. One could go fishing, bring it back. One was a gardening barge and stuff like that to show the sustainability of a structure like that in hurricane-prone places. And then, storm's coming in. Tie everything up. Move the city out for a little bit. Get it out of the way. Everything's passed. You go ahead and head back out. More back down. And do your thing.
That would finally put New Orleans above sea level for a change.
Yeah. The only thing you could do for New Orleans is...
I don't think they can dump dirt in New Orleans fast enough to get it above sea level.
I don't think anybody's made that much concrete either.
Yeah, they'd have to raise the city. They'd have to dump a few million tons of dirt and gravel and boulders to build everything up to put it above sea level.
You pretty much have to turn the Rocky Mountains into a parking lot.
They had to do that in Chattanooga about 100 years ago.
Oh, they did do it in Chattanooga.
That's what I said. They had to do that. Yeah. That's where the riverboat was parked. You can see the stairs that went down to the ramp for it and everything. And way in the background, let me zoom in on this real quick. There's our other riverboat.
Yeah, that's the Southern Belle, and it's
wait, that's the Southern Belle. That's what was the other one that we had?
Yeah, that's their gift shop now. The original plan was it looked like riverboat gambling was coming to Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
And
then nature said no.
No,
Have a great night, Joe. Appreciate you stopping by.
Glad to see you, brother.
Don't know why he waved. We got him full screen.
Oh, that's before that above was before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the new pier thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to let me down there. Yeah, that's that. Oh, that used to be that's the casino.
Yeah.
So, looks like a riverboat, but it's not really a riverboat. So.
You can actually, in the back half of it, drive a barge in to power it to travel with it.
That's that's the aquarium. One of them.
Now show them Coolidge Park and how high. You saw how high it was. Show them how far back the fountain is.
All right, there's Coolidge Park way over there, and you can see the carousel building.
Oh, I know when that was taken. That was taken in November. The down close, because that was the piers for the. Yeah, there's the center thing.
The fountain.
That's the fountain. Now go up to show how far. Yeah, from above.
Oh.
And zoom out to show the river. The river got that high.
Yeah. Up to the fountain?
Up to the fountain.
Wow.
Whoops.
Yeah, and that's saying a
Never
lot
going to get the
because
smell out of the fish.
this area, okay, there's a dam that's supposed to keep that from happening.
Yeah.
And
It's
there's a
way
dam that's supposed to keep this from happening.
Okay. Nick Jack on
And
the
let me see where else.
one end.
And
Chicken
that
neither
used
one
to
of
be a dam.
And
That
there's a
used,
dam that didn't keep it from happening.
them.
So
That
you're
one
saying
never
that they're
got
not worth a damn?
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Really?
It's
Yeah. That one never got completed, it looks like.
no, it
no,
was
it got
complete.
finished. They just dynamited that whole section.
Wow.
Yeah, that it was built in a bad spot.
More water leaked through it than it was holding back.
TVA bought it, and the first thing they did was figure out how to get rid of it.
I've started to ask, did TVA build it?
No, TVA
No.
didn't build it. It was built before TVA.
It was built by a
Oh.
private company before TVA came in.
And
Where
when
they built
TVA
it-
came in, the federal government goes, "Thank you for the dam." They just took it.
because they didn't
Oh.
give it.
Oh,
Nick, we may be trouble, but we're fun trouble.
Yes.
hey, Zach, I got another 12-second clip. I know you've seen it. Actually, I got it from you.
I like the shutdown noise. It sounds like
That's
A
not
bear-
a good sound.
it sounds like a bear growling.
It was a good sound. That's the wonk we want to hear.
Yeah, that's the one you want to hear. You don't want to hear the kaboom boom boom, and rocket pieces all over the place.
Well, I thought that was called the Raptor honk, and Raptor honk means you got to swap an engine.
Depends on the honk and the frequency and if there's one or three and what SpaceX wants to do. And
But that was just one engine. Can you imagine
was
getting
that
that?
just one engine?
That
Or
was
just
one
one?
engine.
one sea level.
Now, can you imagine 33 going off underneath it?
Yes, please.
It would probably be kind of hard to keep it from
Now that thing can't make
actually
it to space.
moving.
Starship can't make it to space on its own, right?
It can empty just like it'd be flapping its wings to try, but it could technically make it to orbit.
I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Yay! I could.
If they got a good tailwind.
Most tailwinds don't blow straight up.
In
Well, we're
Texas,
going
they do.
sideways.
Self-editing comes in handy.
So Joe Doug just has to be hugging it and have some Nacho Bel Grande.
Yeah.
Shit.
Give it the extra tailwind.
This space flight sponsored by Taco Bell.
Put in that shit.
That'd be a turbo boost right there. Talk about an afterburner.
Oh, you're not talking about wind from one's tail. Never mind.
That was one of the reasons why a lot of people were wondering if there could be a smaller booster option for like small payloads to fit in Starship that don't need like the full massive one. Could you do like a half booster and then put the ship on top? Because it only needs just a little bit. But
A little dab
Now-
will do you.
I wonder if they'll ever get a version that has a couple of Falcon 9s attached to it, like the Falcon 9 Heavy.
no, structurally it probably wouldn't work.
No. It'd look good.
It'd look amazing, but this thing almost already falls over.
Still wouldn't stop engineers from trying it. Going, that would be freaking cool.
If
Let's try
anything,
it.
Hey,
if anything, we'll see 3 Starship boosters and then 1 ship, which has been mocked up. I'm pretty sure Elon was like, one day. But there's no... This
That'd
thing
be a
barely
that'd be
The
a
way he rushes into
that'd
things,
be a
he's probably
huge
thinking,
duct tape order.
Monday.
I don't think even Harbor Freight's got that damn much duct tape.
have you seen? They've got this idea for replacing the space shuttle. NASA does. I don't know I think it's a Boeing design, if I remember correctly. But it's the big V-shaped spaceship, and then the booster for it is on top of it, and it looks like a big flying wing where the engines come down the side of it. and the spaceship sits underneath of it. And that's how it launches. I posted it somewhere.
Oh, Zach's got a picture of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there is one here just for your pleasure of Falcon 9.
Yeah. Now, see, that's exactly what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
But that's to scale, so it'd be weird. But
Weird doesn't matter. Does
the
it
thing
work
is-
is all that matters.
Something like that with the Starship, where you got the boosters attached to just the Starship, could make an awesome moon lander. Hint, hint. Where's Elon on it? Where's Elon when they need to bitch?
Well, I've got a feeling that
at Twitter,
Dear Moon will involve about 3 Crew Dragons and a
now their moon lander, does it come back? The Dragon lander that they're concepting, does
The
it
moon
actually
lander?
leave
No.
the moon? Or,
it can leave the moon. It can never come back to Earth or Mars. So it is stuck in orbit or on the lunar surface.
unless they can send fuel out to it.
It won't. It doesn't have flaps
doesn't
or
have the
heat
flaps
shield.
or heat shield.
So like it literally, once it leaves Earth, can never come back to Earth.
But you could refuel it in lunar orbit and use it over and over again if
That's
you
what
had
they're
a way
gonna
to
do.
get the fuel to it.
It's going to be like a taxi.
Okay, that's
that'll be
perfectly
it, like-
acceptable.
That's what I thought. Like, you bring it back. People use dragons to get off of the planet. You use that as your ferry. It's almost. I made it as a joke before, but it actually could work. Is if we can work on building on orbit building, you can use Starship to ferry customers up to a bigger ship. That you use Starship as the tug, and then you do cruises to the moon or Mars, and then you have more Starships there to take them down to the surface. But you have these cruise ships. But you can build much bigger things in orbit that don't have to ever re-enter an atmosphere, because then you
Space
can build
Uber.
more shape.
Nick nailed it. Space Uber.
I'm wondering if there is an orbital pattern between the Earth and the Moon, where you could build like a space station, basically, that orbits from the Moon to Earth and just has this big
just
elliptical
in the
orbit,
figure eight. Yeah,
That's the Aldrin plan.
and using that as a taxi.
Yeah.
Everything goes up, docks with it, follows it through its orbit, and then when it
Think
gets to the
you
moon,
almost-
drops off, and
I think you always have to do a burn on both sides to maintain it because of the gravities.
Well,
I
that's
don't
what I
think
was
I don't believe there's a free,
a free gravity
figure eight.
path. Yeah.
because I know Dear Moon literally will slingshot around and come straight home. They don't enter orbit. Where Artemis entered orbit. Artemis 1 at least. Yeah.
because even
I'm
if you
sure
got
that
close,
the math is capable of figuring out a way, even if it's
right, if you could
leave
get an
before
elliptical
orbit,
right,
go
if
to
you get an
something
elliptical
orbiting.
orbit around the Earth, okay, where you can go up to the space station and it gets close to the moon, you could drop off and they could travel the rest of the way.
Yes.
Minimal.
Huh. Hello, Dan. Yep, Waffle House. Hey,
Waffle House, Dollar General, and what was the other one we got to put there?
Starbucks.
No, not a Starbucks. No, you got to have Dollar General store, a Waffle House, and
Walmart.
no, not a Walmart.
White
Take
Castle.
McDonald's?
Huh?
What?
McDonald's?
Golden Arches.
White Castle.
Chick-fil-A.
Taco Bell.
Now Chick-fil-A, there you go. But there's only one problem with putting your Chick-fil-A on the moon. Won't be open on Sundays.
Yep.
yeah, but if you got a Taco Bell, you get all this free methane.
Dollar
And
General.
White Castle.
Subway. That's the other one we need to put up there. Is the Subway.
White Castle and Taco Bell could help harvest methane to.
Buc-ee's. We need to have a Buc-ee's.
Okay, are Buc-ee's actually good? I've never been to one.
I've never been to one. Joe tells me it's great. I need to go. And we were talking about at the HallowCon Christmas party. We were talking about actually going down there and doing a show from Bucky's.
Did
We got one
somebody
in Calhoun.
Do it.
did somebody put Nick's last comment up already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I
I
missed
think
that,
the
but
one
yes,
in
that's a great
Adairsville,
idea.
I think the one in Adairsville has 80 gas pumps. Might be 140. It's somewhere
Yeah.
between there.
It's Zach. Pretty much the best way to describe Bucky's, it would be a 7-Eleven supercenter.
Sounds amazing.
I was
Just
reading something.
don't buy the sushi.
I was reading the other day, matter of fact, yesterday, that the Bucky's down here, it's big enough to put 4 full-sized 7-Elevens inside the store, including their parking lots.
I'm trying to. The
Well, this
largest
one was
one's bigger
fire.
than a Costco.
It's probably close to the same size.
Look on YouTube. It's a Southern thing. Their
I love them.
explanation of Bucky's. There's a
I don't
wall.
think I've seen that one. But
There's a wall of jerky. And when we say a wall of jerky, we're talking, probably 40 feet long, 12, 15 feet high.
Yeah, I've watched some a couple YouTubers that I follow did a 24-hour challenge at the world's largest Buc-ee's, and they lived there in their van in the parking lot, and they spent more time in the Buc-ee's than they did in the van, and they vlogged the whole. It looked great.
Hey,
Yeah.
put in a Fuddruckers and a truck stop. You've got an industry going on. You'll get all these asteroid miners and all kinds of folks pulling in there to refuel and sell off the little bits of valuable rock that they bring back.
Dan, it's on the south side of Calhoun. It's almost as close to Adairsville as it is Calhoun.
It's literally the other side of Dalton. It's so when we travel down to HallowCon, it's twice that far, basically.
You need to go down to exit 310. Union Grove Road exit.
310, that's 13 miles south of us. We're at 333. No, it'd be 10 miles south of us.
Is that on
You're at
575?
336.
It's Route 75.
Oh, 75, not 575.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's right on 75. I mean, you can't miss it. It's like, and at night you see it 20 minutes before you get there.
My oldest niece doesn't live far from the one in Warner Robins. It's bigger than the one in Adairsville, Calhoun, whichever one you want. Like I said, it's so close to Adairsville. I call it Adairsville, but it is on the south side of Calhoun.
Yeah, Nick, that's close.
This is for Zach. Imagine if they find a asteroid with just diamonds laying on it. What would that do to the cost of diamonds on the planet?
Nothing.
You would see governments
people that
start to
own
care.
companies would horn in on it and blow it up and keep all the shards for themselves.
The De Beers company will find some way to get control of it. They control almost 100% of the market.
I mean, if
diamonds
it
really
weren't-
aren't as rare as the companies try to make us believe.
If
Of
it
course.
weren't for the people making money off of selling diamonds, you could probably get one at a 7-Eleven for $12 and be big enough to use for a doorstop. Wouldn't be flawless or anything, or polished and faceted, but still,
Or
I mean,
use it for refractive purposes, for laser technologies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Same with a lot of the other more precious gems. A lot of them aren't really as
Rare.
as it's their presence in the market is rare because people are hoarding them and selling them at outrageous prices. I mean, back when diamonds first became a thing, they're like, who cares? And then they started doing the signs and windows and stuff like that. Get your gal a dime and show that she's worth it and stuff like that. And then they tightened down the supply of it and jacked up the price. Why this tiny little rock that is a tenth the size of my pinky nail is 3 months of my bleepity salary,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, first things, Zach, I posted that Southern thing about Bucky's to Discord.
Gracias.
200 years ago, the most precious metal on the planet was aluminum.
Yeah.
Until somebody figured out a way to use electricity to get aluminum out of the ore.
Yeah.
And now it is one of the cheapest metals on the planet, if not the cheapest.
And the major aluminum processor has a city named after it in Tennessee.
Alcoa.
Alcoa.
Oh,
Aluminum
yeah.
Corporation of America.
At one time, the biggest supply of the clay that they get aluminum from was in China. At one time.
And the funny thing is, two brothers were tasked with making their fortune. Had the last name of Reynolds. One of them went into aluminum. The other one went into tobacco.
One went into music and failed, and then decided to go into aluminum.
Had a tin ear, huh?
Well, y'all heard about the...
He invented rap.
He I don't know if it was Georgia Tech or University of Georgia, but it was a Georgia college. One of the professors, his students brought him a big rock, about yay big, that he was using as a doorstop. Somebody from the geology department came in and saw it and goes, "Where'd you get that?" "Oh, one of the kids gave it to me about 20 years ago. I used it as a doorstop." The guy started shaking, picks it up, sets it on his desk, and says, "What do you want for it?" He goes, "What do you mean?" "It was the largest chunk of jade ever found."
Wow. Oh, good grief.
Well, largest chunk of jade ever found in the United States.
Well, beans and rice. If you listen to us long enough, you'll probably say his name multiple times. So
It is quite common for us to be sitting here and somebody tell or attempt to tell a joke, and everybody else starts taking the Lord's name in vain.
Or at least praying for release.
And it's usually me that they're talking to.
Or Kiri when he shows up and starts posting his puns in the eye.
Not when we're praying. We're not talking to you. Oh God, please make this stop. Joe Dog's gone on too far.
Zach, there's two other It's a Southern Thing videos you need to watch. One of them is the rapid expansion of Dollar General stores.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
And the other one is called The Unsweetening.
I have actually figured out why there are so many Dollar General stores.
They self-replicate.
Because they're amazing.
People keep throwing the bags out as they're going home.
And they're
Anytime one of those bags hits the ditch, it suddenly bursts into a brand new dollar store. It's like they're like kudzu. I mean, seriously.
You really need to watch It's a Southern Thing's explanation for it. It's hilarious.
What do you mean there's a Dollar General in the Dollar General?
There's a smaller Dollar General in the back of the store.
What do you mean
It's a seed.
growing in the stockroom?
They grow like tortoises. It first starts out as a little crystal, and then all of a sudden...
Is that a store in the ocean, or is it on an island? We don't know.
It'll be its own island. Give it time.
Yeah,
Just don't let it mate with a Walmart.
Or
the
Buc-ee's.
bad thing about It's a Southern Thing is Matt Mitchell is kind of left off to do his own thing. He was one of the funnier.
Is that the big guy with the beard?
Yeah, and he's got a lot of good stuff on his own too.
Yeah, his SEC roundup's hilarious. There's another one that kind of was in it, I think, to begin with. He does the SEC shorts. His name's Josh Sneed. Oh, he's hilarious.
Y'all made me think for a second. That's dangerous.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry.
Now we're in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Is there actually a gemstone that is, in fact, quite rare on its own? Not artificially because somebody's making money off of it, but are there gemstones that actually are very hard to get hold of?
Yes, the ones we don't know about.
There was
Yeah.
they just recently found, they cracked open this meteorite and they found 2 new elements in the meteorite that have never been discovered on Earth before.
Oh, wow. Where were they on the chart? I mean, the periodic.
They're not on the chart. That's the fun. I mean, that's
No. I mean, they have to fit in. All you have to do is find out how many protons are in the nucleus, how many electrons
Protons,
are in the
electrons,
shell,
and radioactive
and the
properties.
neutrons. You know exactly where to put. I mean, if
And then you come up with the atomic weight.
Yeah, if you ever discover life elsewhere, find a science class where they got a periodic chart. You've got the Rosetta Stone to figuring out their language right there.
Tanzanite is found in a very small area in Tanzania. Black opals are pretty damn rare as well.
What about sapphires and rubies?
Alexandrite, red beryl, and sapphires and rubies are not in the quote-unquote 10 rarest gemstones in the world.
Yeah, I mean, India's hip
Well,
deep
they're
in both of
corundum.
them. Yeah,
They're both
they're
corundum,
they're basically zircons, but natural.
I didn't realize, but that story about that meteorite, John, it's actually from my university, like not my university, but the university down the street. Was the one. It's a Somali. It's a Somalia meteorite, but it's from the University of Alberta. I did the study.
Let's see. I'm trying to find something on it. Trying to find a news story.
I guess if somebody has his
Yeah, I mean, it's Dan. We know Dan. I mean, not me, but Dan Darden. Nobody knows me.
Let me see if this is something I can put up here. BBC.
I just sent you 2 of them.
Let's see.
over on private.
Yeah.
Yes, Canadian researchers. There you go, Zach. Canadian
Shocking. We
researchers
actually
said
did something.
The rock was found in rural Somalia 2 years ago, but locals believed it was much older. And then they called the stone Nightfall. Ooh. Hey, if we ever make a laser weapon out of this thing, I know what to call the laser weapon.
Nightfall.
Yes. And let me see. It's documented in poems, songs, and dances that stretch back for 5 generations. It's so tough it was used to sharpen knives.
It's 33,000 pounds. It's the 9th largest one ever found.
And let me see. The 2 new minerals are called. I don't know if I can pronounce this. Too many damn L's and A's. Let me see. Ellalite and Elkinstantonite.
You sure those aren't Welsh?
It might be.
I mean, 46 consonants in a vowel. That sounds like Welsh to me.
They were identified by scientists at the University of Alberta. Oh, that's why they have such long names. It's the University
one
of
of
Alberta.
them was unearthed in the district of El Alai in Somalia, and Elkinstantonite is named after NASA expert Lindy Elkins Tanton.
Yes.
Oh, compound word. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
English is an interesting language. We just glue stuff together and make new words out of it.
No, our language follows other good languages into dark alleys, mugs them, and goes through their pockets for past participles.
Mhm.
Didn't I say that?
Something like that.
We just glue stuff together, file off the serial numbers, and give it a good coat of spray paint. It's a new word.
Did you see Nick's comments?
This is kind of pretty. Let me see if I can. Oh wait, that ain't. Damn it! I keep the wrong button. They changed the
Fusion?
button.
Yeah, Nick's going. We have fusion, laser propulsion, ion drives, and no one's talking about it. Well, we got the ion drive.
Because it scares the hell out of people.
Okay.
Hey,
That's our pretty little. Boy, that thing is pretty. Look at that. That is nice.
That is
oh
gorgeous.
yeah.
Of course, that's probably a poster in the background for, get your COVID shot or something like that. It's just glinting off of a polished piece of iron.
Hey,
Is that just a small chunk of it? I'm guessing.
Apparently, because the main thing is what, 15 tons or 11 tons? Or
It's a 70 gram fragment of the 15-ton meteorite.
Wow.
15-ton meteorite? How big a hole did it make?
Good question. Next
It
question.
is
as
the
big
ninth
as
biggest.
it wanted to.
It is the ninth biggest meteorite to ever reach our planet. It's about 90% nickel iron, which is why it made it to the ground.
Yeah. Wonder if I got a new lake there. If
It's Ethiopia.
If it's
They
wet
don't have
enough.
much.
Because it is
Might
Somalia.
explain why it's a desert.
Because it is Somalia.
It landed in the water source and splashed it all out.
All right, the first of the elements, I'm guessing, is taking its name from the town that was nearby, Eli
El
Ala.
Ali, yeah,
Yeah.
or something like
I
that.
brought
Was it
that
El
up.
Ali or
Something like that. And then Olsonite, because of Edward J. Olson, former mineralogy and meteorites curator at the Field Museum of Natural History in Chicago, who helped describe several minerals from the meteorites.
Did you say El Shaddai? I thought that was an Amy Grant song.
Olsonite.
Is.
Oh,
And there's the possibility of a third.
Okay.
Mhm.
Since Zach's here, we'll go ahead and talk about this real quick. SpaceX just launched 54 Starlink communication satellites.
Yep. First time in 2 months that we've had a Starlink launch. It's been weird.
And I don't know, did they just say, screw it, we're too tired? They were supposed to have set the world record for back-to-back launches.
Really?
34 minutes.
18 minutes.
Oh, 18 minutes?
4 miles apart. Or 5 miles apart. It was going to be they would have been an active prop load on this pad while this one was under ignition and lifting off. From the same mission control.
Wow.
Oh, and this Falcon 9 set a record. It's the 15th time this booster has gone up.
Yeah, we didn't know they were actually in prop load today until the T-minus 20-minute vent because we could not see the ice developing on Falcon 9 because of how much soot's on it. And starting on any booster now that reaches 12 flights, they actually have to modify its launch trajectory due to the soot buildup on the booster.
Well,
It's actually impacting the rocket's effectiveness.
You know,
A good
next
chimney
thing-
sweep could take care of that.
the next thing that you're going to see them build down there at Cape Canaveral is a rocket wash. It's just a bunch of
It wouldn't be that hard.
Rocket wash.
They already have a garage they drive it in and out of. You just need hoses that spray. It's not that hard.
Okay, now I'm relieved. It's not a fly-through.
or truck. Hey, it'd be like this big U-shaped thing that just rolls
Working
over the top
at
of
the
the rocket.
rocket wash.
These things are not that big. It would not be hard. It would fit in a semi.
I've seen them roll one down the road before.
Yeah, they're not that. People think they're big. They are not that big.
They truck them from California to Florida. Well, California to Texas.
And then barge them.
No, truck them all the way to.
And truck them to Florida.
All they got to do is take I-10 and run it down until they hit.
Well, they run through.
Take it to the Wand Wash.
You
Until
know,
they hit 95 and then take it down there.
they're probably glad to see a hurricane roll through every once in a while, get all that crap off their rockets. See a bunch of guys out there on cherry pickers with scrub brushes in the middle of a damn hurricane.
Kind of like the dust storms on Mars. If it goes over a lander, that it automatically gives the damn thing another 5 years of life because it cleans all the crap off of it. Oh.
I mean, they do it on cruise ships. We were on one a few weeks ago, and we're in a storm, huge wake splashing over the ship, and there's a guy with a pressure washer washing all the windows and the glass walkways. And I mean, I get that he's trying to get the salt off the ship, but we were in one of 2 days of rough seas. Well, rough seas, they weren't that bad, but there was enough wake splashing onto the side of the ship. And it's 3 a.m, and he's just pressure washing all the windows. And I'm like, he pressure washes one, and you'd see a wave splash against it. And he pressure washed it again. And okay, he's earning his wage. That was his 3 a.m. Yeah, that was his 3 a.m. entertainment for a good 2 hours. Was watching him rewash the same window.
I've heard of watching paint dry, but I've never heard of watching anybody wash windows over and over again.
I wonder where they get the fresh water from. Do they make? Does the ship make it, or do they have to like?
It's all tanked. That was the one thing that surprised me was actually the water pressure. We were on the deck 13, and that was the best water pressure I've ever had in a shower. I wanted to steal the shower head. It was fantastic.
I don't think the water goes with it.
Either way.
That is one of the big advantages of living in Chattanooga. Is because of all the hills and mountains around us, we get really good water pressure.
Yeah.
Unless if you live on top of the damn hill.
Yeah, and we have a really good water company. It's a private water company, and they refuse to sell out to the local governments. And the reason is they do such a good job, nobody wants to have the government do anything to take them over. It's like, no, the water company works. Keep the government the hell out of it.
Yeah, really. Since when has the government ever improved a company when they took it over?
I used to work for the people that would be in charge of that. Hell no, don't let them do it.
Mm-hmm. No.
Private company, they do a fine job no matter what the money in Chattanooga. There's been this thing going on for like 25 years where the government wants to buy the water company. And the reason they want to buy the water company, they want to run a pipeline down to Atlanta and sell water to Atlanta. Because Atlanta has a water problem. And they can make a fortune doing this. Water piracy, basically.
Atlanta doesn't have a water problem. It's got an overpopulation problem.
It's got a problem. Yes. People think they need to water their lawns every damn day, and they don't.
Yeah. Yes, we know they have a people population because they keep sending their remote workers up here to live in Chattanooga.
Deport 90% of them to Siberia, Atlanta would be fine.
But
well, I love what TVA said. Let Georgia have all that property. They're not sticking a straw in our river till we say they can.
But the thing is, they have tried to tie this water project in with everything else that comes down the pipe that has anything to do with Atlanta. They want to do a high-speed railroad between, and they want to do one from Chattanooga to Atlanta. And then they wanted to do one all the way from up in Nashville all the way down to Atlanta. And it comes through Chattanooga. And the reason all of them fail is because they're not really trying to run the railroad through there. They want to run a water pipeline underneath it to Atlanta to sell the water. The money's not in the railroad. The money's in the utilities.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it reminds me of the reason.
And they keep doing it like, oh, this is in the public interest. And the public's like, no.
We're not interested.
You guys are a bunch of crooks. We know better.
Well, the problem is, like I said, these idiots think they need to water their lawn every damn day, and they don't need it. Because you got all these transplants from California where they had to water their lawn every day because they didn't have
exactly
enough
the problem.
water there.
is we
Look,
get something
make
we
it
get
a
something good going
make it
in.
an ordinance to where all the lawns in Atlanta have to be concrete and spray painted green. Nobody will ever have to water it again.
AstroTurf. We'll make
Well,
Atlanta.
if you
We will
want to be
make
fancy,
we will make Atlanta the world's largest putt-putt golf course. 50 million holes.
and that's just 285.
Yep.
Like I said, they got enough potholes in the streets they could do that.
I've hit a few of them you could stock with fish. You could get Dad's fishing skiing a couple of them. I mean, and get up a good wake.
There used to be this joke in the military about nuclear war, about the Russians nuking Washington D.C., and we said that'll be the safest place to be in a nuclear war. If the Russians are in their right mind, they will not nuke Washington D.C. and end all the confusion. They'll nuke every place else, just not Washington D.C.
Yeah.
Well,
Because of the drainage.
there for a while, Chattanooga was number 14th on the mushroom list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, Chattanooga was not on the mushroom list. We were supposed to catch. They actually wanted to take. They had plans, and I've seen them. That the Russians wanted to take Chattanooga,
Mm-hmm.
and back in the old days, they wanted to use gas weapons. They wanted to come in and nerve gas Chattanooga,
Mm-hmm.
and then they get the hydroelectric projects. So they got electricity. Yeah. They got all the runways. There's a TNT plant, and later we had nuclear plants and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we're surrounded by mountains, and we have 2 freeways coming through. So once they get in, they can get out and do whatever they need to really easy. It's a defendable position for them.
Yeah.
Later, when they developed neutron weapons, they realized that they could drop a neutron weapon over Chattanooga and irradiate everybody and then take the town. But that was 30-something years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So those weapons have been sitting around in silos and such for 30 years plus.
So they're deteriorated.
The only people that have to be afraid of Russian nuclear weapons are Russians.
Really?
Zach's here. He can tell you what has to go into a launch of any sort of rocket. You can't leave a rocket sitting around for 30 years and just. And
watch
we know
the windows, check the
and
oil.
we know how well the Russian military equipment works. I mean, recently we've seen demonstrations of their military might. And
oh no, we've seen demonstrations way on back. the launch site that blew the hell up and nobody found out about it outside of Russia for 50 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oops.
Whatever happened with this nuclear torpedo test he was supposed to be doing? They have a nuclear-powered torpedo with a really big nuclear weapon in the front of it. And the idea is you launch this thing toward the United States, it blows up in the ocean, and the tsunami wipes out the East Coast.
Very true.
How would we be able to tell? I mean, people would be out there surfing, especially at night when the water's glowing in the dark and you can see. Of course, you've got to worry about the mutated sharks. But,
And we funded a lot of it, Nick.
That's when Sharknado starts.
Sharknami.
Oh,
Trademark that.
You just barely beat me on that, Dan. You just barely beat me on that.
I'm working on a different version of Sharknado, Snownado.
Story of my life.
Oh.
A tornado that spins up during a blizzard.
I'm sure Canada's probably got that one copyrighted.
I've lived through them in elementary school. Our school had a courtyard that it just would perfectly swirl, and you'd get really nice snow like dust devils.
Hey, Rob.
Where I was stationed in Berlin, McNair Barracks. McNair Barracks was sort of U-shaped. And the wind, if the wind came in from the east when it was snowing, it was ridiculous. They used to park cars in there, but during the winter, nobody could park a car in there because you couldn't see to drive.
Well, Nick just explained everything.
Yeah, that explains a hell of a lot there, Nick.
Yeah.
And I should know because Daddy used to work at Oak Ridge, and he kept coming home with these stories about three-headed geese in the cooling pond outside the nuclear reactors. So,
Yeah, there's a lot
the
of
60s was a wonderful time.
contaminated area around the Savannah River nuclear plant as well.
What was it? They opened up the area around Oak Ridge for deer hunting, but when you checked your deer in, the first thing they did is took a chainsaw and whacked their legs off.
All 16 of them. Yeah. Oh.
You know, as I sit here and look at this, I was thinking about getting a haircut, but no. Yeah.
Oh, you've been
welcome to
Norris
Sequoia
then.
Nuclear Plant. Okay. Yeah.
Ah,
Didn't they shut that one down?
What, Sequoia?
There's one of them they shut down. They never did. Was it Watts Bar I'm thinking of?
No, Watts Bar's running. I think Belfont might be the one you're thinking about.
Yeah.
They
that
can't
was
figure out
one
what the
of
hell
them
they
they
want to do with the damn thing.
Yeah, they never finished. And they turned around and sold it to a private company that's still working on it.
I guess nobody's got Dan Darden on their
Friends list.
well, whatever it is, the thingy.
No, I don't have.
What do you mean, Dan
Discord.
Darden? We have Dan Darden. He's right. He's right
Yeah, I
there.
know. Yeah, I know, but
When
he
did
has to come in the show, but somebody had to send him a link from
On Discord.
Discord. Yes, that's the word.
Hang on a minute. Can I send it to him? Does Dan Darden have Discord?
That's
Dan.
what he asked for.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sorry.
Wait, I don't have him as a friend on Discord. Hang on a minute. Yes, folks, you get to see the behind-the-scenes shenanigans on Stupid Clock.
And what's worse, you
Sort
get to
of.
see the in front of the camera shenanigans too.
All right, let me see if my Google Foo works with
Here
streaming.
we are with a 100,000 viewer YouTuber, and he's going, God, what have I got myself into?
Rank amateurs.
Slumming. Yes.
It
Yeah,
keeps
well,
me humble. No.
Okay.
Remember your roots. Die
Zach?
them often.
Zach, if you ever go back into my history on broadcasting YouTube, you should watch the first episode that we ever did. 4 hours and 20 minutes.
Oh no.
Was that the tornado show?
No, that was the one where we just figured out how
Those
to
are
use
not mine.
How to use StreamYard, yeah.
Yeah, that's mine. They're not even supposed to be out in front of the house. I'll be back.
I'm just saying for once, it's not mine.
Let me see. I'm trying to figure out. I typed in Dan Darden trying to find Dan's name on Facebook, and I've got like 3 or 4 of them.
Howdy, Robson.
I think. That's the one. Friends with Dan Hollifield. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
That narrows it down.
I get around.
So did the Beach Boys.
All right. Dan, I put it on Facebook Message. So now that we have you on Facebook Messenger, you can send us all sorts of links, and we can stalk you.
What makes you think we don't already?
Now I'm picturing rednecks surfing glowing waves with mutating sharks.
Hey,
to the Beach Boys.
Rich, there was that guy in Florida that they got video of him on the beach shooting a shotgun at a hurricane. Okay.
Rich, have you ever heard of the
Florida
movie? I think it's called Top Secret.
Oh yeah, skeet surfing.
That's the one.
With Val Kilmer, one of my favorite movies. I know a little German. He's sitting over there.
Yes, my name
She's
is
changing,
Nick.
and all of a sudden the antenna just starts going up.
Oh,
What funny dog pool?
haven't
Still
seen that
hurry up,
in
get
years.
back. I
I
gotta
probably
make a
have to look that up on Amazon and order a copy.
Tells the interrogator he's going to put him on the Montgomery Ward mailing list. That's a dated reference.
You know, I actually saw a
I
catalog.
can think of a couple of
in the mail
catalogs that
the
would
other
still
day.
be like being on torture. Yeah.
We must, in our own ways, deal with the tragedies and horrors of life. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a latrine.
Mm.
Each of us in his or her own way must deal with life's little tragedies in a mature and adult fashion. Ah!
Jumps out the window.
Yeah.
I do business in Michigan City all the time, man. In fact, Misty works in Michigan City.
Yeah, StreamYard link is what we're using. So
Okay, I'm back. Let me get
well,
my ears
did
plugged.
they savage a deer in the front yard or what?
I so wish I had my cameras pointed at my front yard. You've seen how I decorated for Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, that you finally did get the Grinch and the lights. That was actually your place?
Want to
Yeah.
call that decorations?
Yeah. That was the first time the dog saw it.
Oh,
What fresh hell is this?
Oh, look.
They didn't like it in addition to Donna not liking it.
Oh, yeah, but that's. Yeah,
oh,
they rounded the corner. And there he was.
Hey,
Wow.
they got a free shot. Don't look, Ethel.
Ethel, you hussy.
hey, Dan.
Yeah.
This is kind of funny. I may have actually sent that link to the wrong Dan Darden.
Okay.
I only know the one.
Okay. Well, it said
Dan
Dan Holland.
send it to him then.
I'm assuming that I sent it to the right one.
Hey, there was only 3 Dan Hollowfields in the United States up until my daddy died. Now there's just 2, and I'm one of them.
Dan, how about send somebody a message on Facebook and we'll get you the link. Whoever you have a friend on Facebook, we will link to you.
Because we don't have you on Discord. We can't find your Discord post thing. Strangely enough, one of the things I have little pieces of tape all over my laptop. And one of the things I have taped to my computer screen is my Discord ID. So I can tell people that,
Oops,
hey, you need to contact me on Snoopy66, number 3212. Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, I actually pulled the tape off my monitor the other day. You know, the one that said no, and over here said no, 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 no.
That was left over from the, there's a Dan Darden. Okay.
From the virtual HallowCon, yeah.
Oh,
Hi.
That's the one.
that was
Howdy, sir.
I did send it to the right guy.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, Zach,
We just
I
my
did.
luck. I woke up some old guy at midnight with a message link in Facebook.
Zach, we did a virtual convention.
I watched it.
Oh, the HallowCon?
Chunks of it.
Oh, okay. I didn't have it over, up on the thing. I had it taped to the monitor to where I couldn't even get to the little X's. to shut it off. And it says,
That way, he had it over the X button, so he couldn't accidentally turn it off, which we've all done from time to time.
yeah, that would have been bad to do that right in the middle of the.
I can't tell you. You know, I surf news stories looking for something to talk about on the show while we're on the show. I cannot tell you how many times a night I hit the X button. It says, "Do you really want to leave StreamYard?" And it's like, no. And you know,
I'm so glad they did that because before it was like, boom, yeah,
you're out.
John hit the wrong button again.
Okay. It's a button.
You know, I used to get really upset about, back when I was younger, I used to get really upset about the games and stuff that when you tell them to quit, and you go, "Are you sure?" Yes, I'm sure. That's why I hit the damn button.
Well, I would say why.
But you also have people like my pops who would
there
always
is a big
hit the
red
button on accident.
Then you get older and you can't see the damn buttons.
Well, actually, that was one of my suggestions. It took them a while to finally add it in, but yeah.
You know, StreamYard got bought not too long ago. Right after we had that interview with the lady that worked at StreamYard.
Yep.
They got bought. I mean, like literally 2 months later, they got bought out. And I've always wondered what happened to them because we haven't seen them since.
They're now a subsidy of the Hoppin is the name of the company.
Mm-hmm.
They're a subsidy, but it's still the same people running StreamYard. All they did is just
subsidiary.
Yeah. That's the fancy word.
That's the fancier word. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, January 7th, 2021.
I just enjoyed seeing the look on her face when you told her
when we showed off the blue green. Yeah. Oh God,
the blue green microphone. Yeah. Oh, how did you do that?
Because you've heard about people's jaws dropping. It did. I mean, we showed her. Hey, watch this. She was like,
and she was taking notes.
And then I sent them the screen capture of.
I know there are several of me out there.
Yeah, I sent them a screen capture of when we ended the show. It was 2 days, 1 hour, and 2 minutes
of the HallowCon live stream.
Yeah.
We ran
49 hours straight.
We ran StreamYard 49 hours straight. They didn't know it could do that.
Yeah, we stress tested for them.
We stress tested the hell out the damn
thing. Well, you know, testing things to destruction is what we do best.
Oh, at one time I figured out I could, through my account, could broadcast to 5 different channels at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're broadcasting to 7 right now, or 8.
No. 5 completely different shows going to all 8 channels.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Hey, trust me, if we were still in lockdown for 2021, the virtual HallowCon would have been phenomenal. We would have run 4 tracks.
And it'd probably still be going on.
Yeah,
copyright strikes on the theme music and everything. But
what'd you say, Rich?
I'm still poking around learning the free version.
Well, I ran the free version for a while. Then I got the paid version, and then we kicked ass.
Yes.
Yeah. And when I start the life lessons with Uncle Dick, I'm probably going to go for probably the first level.
How much does this thing cost, Joe?
$468 a year.
Wow!
I thought it was like.
And now they have a fancier version of that. That's now the second to best tier. Where earlier in the year that was the best tier.
Yeah, we're now on the middle tier.
Yeah, the cool middle tier.
Yeah, with the pro version.
This is where the cool kids hang out. Show them your award, Zach.
Oh crap! This is only supposed to be the cool kids. I'll see myself out.
Oh, Nick wasn't here when.
Oh,
Zach,
Nick hasn't seen. Well, of course, I don't know if Dan's seen it either, or like Chris saw it. I think.
Yeah, Nick is a YouTuber with his historical fencing guild,
And his own.
And never mind the furthermore.
and never mind the furthermore. Yeah, we're going to bring it up full screen for you, Zach. Nick, Zach
He's got to get it out of the kryptonite case.
Zach has hardware for his
Nice.
100,000 viewer plaque.
Yes. Hey, Nick, reach out and touch your screen.
Yeah, reach and touch your screen.
Reach and touch your screen because that's the closest you're ever going to get to one of those.
There's your next thumbnail. You guys in the reflection of one.
That is hey, can we wait a minute? Print screen. There we go. Okay. I'm saving it.
See if you switch it back to you guys, you'll see yourselves in it.
What?
Oh yeah.
Let me see.
Hold on.
There we go.
There we go.
That's not. It doesn't work. Oh wait, that does kind of work. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I will. Okay, I can only do one print screen at a time, so that's.
Oh, Zach is monetized.
Very much so.
That's because he's a Canadian and he's such a nice guy. We're Southern Americans. We can't get
YouTube monetization is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, wait till
I'm
25,000.
already not looking forward to tax season.
Go.
Wait till a quarter of your viewers aren't moose.
Now, Zach, you are.
They've got good internet, though. I mean, the pickup is wonderful on those.
You are talking away about 45% of your paycheck from YouTube, aren't you?
Huh? Sure. Let's go with that.
I hope you are.
Not 45, but a good chunk of it. It's slightly different because it's up here. It's about 12%.
No, down here it'd be.
But I don't pay U.S. taxes.
Yeah, but down here it would be wise for anybody that gets monetized. About 45% needs to just go into a savings account.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you about
truthfully, the
$5
first
a week.
year, that first tax year, just hold it all back, see exactly what they take, and then take 5% more than whatever they take
Exactly.
for subsequent years.
Yeah, we've saved 5% more than what we've been told we should have for this year. But then we've also got an extra lump sum just in case we need to. We'll just say thank you, Artemis 1, that November was a beautiful month that I wish happened every month.
Yeah, post that up to stupid o'clock. Something we'll never see.
Not necessarily. Maybe one day.
I'll tell you if
Hey, no, seriously, we need to get a picture. Wait, we can do it right now. I can
What?
do that. Hang on a second. Zach, pose with your award. Joe, bring it up full screen. I will get a screen capture. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just hold it. Yeah, just nice.
hold it to
smile.
the side.
He keeps having to undo the bulletproof case.
That's in the mail.
Yes.
So's your. Tilt
There
it
we
back
go.
just
Okay.
tilt
You
it
got
back just a little bit on the top. We can see the print better if the top is further towards you.
Oh yeah. Let's see if we can.
There
Okay.
you go. Perfect.
Got it. Okay. Cool. We're good. You can put it back in the bulletproof case now.
All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
Well, then there's a nice letter from Susan, or Sue. Yeah, Susan, CEO of YouTube, that comes with it.
Oh, did you see?
Post that. You need to post that.
I forget who it
What
was.
everybody gets.
I think it was actually the guy that does Demo Ranch.
Sure.
He when he got his first award, he opened it up very carefully opened it up, retaped it and everything, but pulled the award out, hid the award, made a fake letter saying, your award is on back order. It should be here in 6 to 8 months, and let his wife open it.
That's
Well, I had to wait 18 hours to open mine, and that was the longest 18 hours ever. Because we knew we wanted to live stream it. So it came yesterday, which was actually officially our 2-year mark on YouTube from when I made the account. But we didn't start streaming till the 1st. So it was like long 18 hours just sitting there looking at a black box.
All right, everybody.
Oh no.
Zach's smiling face and his
gosh.
YouTube award are now officially on Stupid O'Clock.
Oh, gracias.
Ooh.
That sound you hear is not an air compressor leaking. That is actually Zach's head getting just a little bit bigger.
My head's been doing a lot of things last few days. Last few months.
This is not the green room.
I take it you're feeling
the
better
green
now.
room. This is not the green room.
Ish. I'm glad I have a voice again. It's still not normally me. The cough is sticking around. Mind you, last time I had it a year ago, I had a cough for 10 weeks. So we're only on week 2.5. So we'll see how long it goes. And I mean, I'm always exhausted.
I got my COVID back in January, and I've still got the damn cough.
That's the worst part of the long COVID, they're calling it, is the cough. Because that's what it does to your lungs. I'm like, great. So
I only need them to breathe.
Yeah.
I only need my lungs to breathe.
Well, we can replace them now, right?
I think so. I think they can actually
bionic lungs.
No, I think they
make sure you charge them.
No, they're iron still.
Now, where the heck they're going to get transplant lungs in this day and age, I'll never know.
After COVID, not.
Hey, well, with my granddaughter CF, that's a worry that they've got now. CF patients are going, oh, crap. But luckily, a medication came out 6 months before COVID hit that's really helping them.
Oh, good.
That's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, there are CF patients that aren't even doing treatments now, just taking the medication.
That's incredible.
That's awesome.
Oh.
What?
I just saw Nicholas's comment. Where are you at, subscriber-wise, for it and watch hour-wise? I've always heard that the watch hours are harder than the subscribers for getting to the monetization part, because you need 4,000 watch hours, which is a lot of hours.
And you have to maintain that 4,000, right?
Every year.
Oh, yearly. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, once you hit monetization, if you still are doing what you're doing, it should not be hard for you to stay monetized. It's so if someone has a viral video, they don't get to leave it up for 10 years and get money for 10 years, unless they're also still producing new content.
Yeah.
So you still have to produce content, and
that content has to be watched by the same people that watched the one that actually broke the record.
I wish. And I wish YouTube would say viewers were real, too. They disqualified over half of our James Webb viewership in January and took about 3/4 of our funds away of what we should have got. Yeah.
Now, why did they disqualify it? Did they give you a reason, or
they said they thought they were bots and could not verify that they were real viewers?
Wow.
How can you say that about 2/3 of the people in the U.S.? Oh,
right. Well, and there's no way to challenge it at that point. But if you run the rough math I did was in end of the last week of December, January and February, I made YouTube over $25 million. We should have gotten 30% of that. We definitely did not. We were, I think, lucky enough to get 16,000, 17,000 total. Which, I mean, still a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but is not 30% of 25 plus million. So,
Yeah.
Now I understand how some of the narrowboat folks that doing the vlogs can afford to pay their marina fees with just what they get from the monetization for their videos.
it's a huge game, and if you have a video hit well, like for us for James Webb, we had a couple days that a normal video, YouTube's getting paid about $8 to $12 per 1,000 ad plays on our video. Then we get about 30% of that. We had days that YouTube was being paid. I think the biggest day that they were getting paid $3,800 per 1,000 ad plays on our video. And then we were still getting about $3. So,
Oh yeah.
it's a game, which is why you'll see any large YouTube channels running memberships and apparel, because that's your budget that you run off of, and then your YouTube's bonus. You can't plan off of YouTube, unfortunately, not easily at least.
And you're set up to where just no, well, you got the super chats on the live stream, but on just a video that's running, you can have the somebody send you a tip or whatever.
Yeah, so you can do a super chat, or you can do like a tip, or you can become a member, or on recorded videos or uploaded videos, you can now do what are called super thanks, which are basically like a highlighted comment in the comment section of an uploaded video. So there's some options. They're bringing out more. Shorts will be huge in the starting in the new year, because they're now going to give, I believe it's either 40 or 60% of the revenue of shorts will go to the creator, and you're allowed to use copyrighted music on YouTube Shorts. So that'll be a big game changer. To qualify for that, though, you have to either already be in the YouTube Creator Program, or what they're doing is, instead of you having to have 4,000 watch hours and like 1,000 subscribers, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 20 million short views. Because obviously a short can be 10 seconds. So 4,000 watch hours just didn't make sense. So there's now 2 ways into the YouTube program. Excuse me.
Something I will never have to worry about.
They're trying to make it more accessible, but it's also like, it's still not YouTube. When they first did monetization, you just uploaded and you were monetized, and if you got an ad, you got an ad. Great. If you didn't, you didn't. And a lot of people did that for a while, and now they've had to get pickier and pickier. So,
well, I should go into shorts and just video some of the stuff that I do to my wife.
Have you seen TikTok? I mean, that's what that whole platform is that type of content.
I don't think that would be TikTok. That would be more like
video evidence.
That would be reels on Facebook or Instagram.
Well, basically, they're tapping into the TikToks. Because, I mean, look, a lot of the shorts are just people copying their TikTok stuff over to YouTube and stuff like that. So, yeah, they're able to double dip on their monetization at that point.
They're all restricting it now with the metadata. So if you upload your video from TikTok to Instagram, Instagram will hide it and not show it to as many people if it detects metadata from being edited in TikTok. And same thing with Insta to TikTok. And we're assuming it'll be the same with YouTube as well because of it. Because they want exclusive content made in their editors, which is even why, like, if I edit something in my normal video editing software and upload it, it'll perform differently than if I take the painstaking hours to make something in one of the actual app editors versus doing it in my system, which I could do something in my system in 5-10 minutes. It might take me an hour in the app. And there's a lot of stuff I just couldn't do in the app yet. So,
but are you able to record something somewhere else and then drop it in the app, or do they have to record?
You can record from your regular camera app and then upload that and then edit that. You just couldn't record in TikTok, download, and then re-upload. it would detect the metadata. So you just have to make sure you're filming on your camera.
And I mean, and nowadays they can probably find 100 different metadata scrubbers out there to go ahead and pull that stuff too, to go ahead and make it clean. And
well, Instagram started fighting it because people had an app that removed the TikTok watermark that dances around your screen. Someone made an app to erase that, and people were using that for Instagram. And then Instagram found the metadata.
It always amazed me that YouTube.
Well, again, working at a law firm, metadata is a big thing for us. And whenever we send documents outside the firm, we always scrub all of our metadata. So it wouldn't be hard for someone to go in and do that.
It always amazed me that YouTube never came up with an editor.
Well, they've got an editor now, don't they?
Not a very good one. Not to edit new content. It'd be huge if they had a digital version of like Final Cut, even if it was super basic, that you could upload like raw footage into.
Yeah.
Just because it would open it up for more people, but we'll see. But yeah, if you have questions, let me know. Happy to answer them, at least to what I can.
Well, we only got 10 minutes. So.
Yeah. In the future, DM me. Find me somewhere.
He's on Discord. He's fun on Discord.
I'll ping your Discord like crazy.
Yes.
We're bringing out reaction roles, so you'll be able to choose what you get pinged on starting in the new year.
It's kind of funny. I'm playing Star Citizen. And of course, I keep the Discord up because I have a Discord channel for communicating on Star Citizen. I'll be doing Star Citizen in the background. Everybody's here. Bing, 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 bing. And it's like, what's that? Oh, Zach's launching a rocket. What?
I rarely go into this. I'm sorry. I just can't deal with Discord, Zach. I tried.
Unacceptable.
Past couple months with everything that's been going on, I haven't really had a big Discord presence, but
I logged in.
I am part of Zach's Discord as well. So
yeah, I logged in the other day and saw there's like 300 and something notifications on Zach's channel that there's no way I can find.
Right click, mark all as read. You haven't missed anything.
Okay.
Honestly, with the app and the website, that's the biggest thing you'll find now. Most of our stuff is like just notifications that our live stream started because YouTube doesn't send them out all the time. So most of our stuff is our notifications aren't even, if you're not there when they happen, they don't happen, which is why a lot of the time we use @here versus @everyone now. @everyone sends a ping to anyone whenever they log in the first time, where @here only notifies people that are actually online in the moment.
I think Facebook has @everyone now.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's annoying.
Oh,
when did that
Have a
come
good
out?
night, Nick.
A few weeks ago, I got it turned off.
I was gonna say about like a month ago or so.
Hey, John, that Star Citizen, that's Chris Roberts of Wing Commander Fame's game, right?
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. That's what basically, for those of you who are sitting at home wondering what the heck Discord is, it's a channel where you can talk.
You're welcome to pull up mine to show how messy it is.
I am
100 notifications. I'm at the server.
That is direct messages.
Yeah. The actual servers get a lot.
Where is? I am not that good with this thing.
Second one down, I think.
Yeah.
Launchpad. There we go.
Yeah.
And this is
See, I recognize it.
all little rocket launchies that he's been
All the little rocket launchies.
Zach, when is the next launch?
Tomorrow. Electron for the first time from the United States.
Waldron, whatever it is.
They got their FAA license today.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now, what I can't understand is what took so long to get the FAA license.
It's the FAA.
It's a government agency that's trying to
What
take
took
water rights.
so long to get a federal license? The government.
The bureaucracy.
They're trying to figure out how they can skim money off the top without getting caught.
And the side, and the bottom, and the other side, and the front, and the back, and in the middle.
Well, the thing is, this launch pad's been built for what, year and a half now?
Yeah, about that.
And it
They were
took
supposed to
that
launch
long.
a year ago.
and they just got the permission to launch from it today.
Yeah.
Now, where are they launching out of? Was
Wallops.
Wallops.
Okay, Wallop. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
No, wait a minute. Wallop, is that the one that had the big explosion a few years back? The Russian
Yeah.
engine blew up? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It went up and come back down.
Yep.
Quickly.
I thought we almost had a Falcon do that yesterday.
Mhm.
But the way the camera lensing was, I 100% thought we had an Antares moment with a Falcon. But I mean, at the point we're at now, we're counting the launches until we sadly have a failure. We've had such a success that it's inevitable one's coming probably in the next year.
Especially with some of these older boosters. Because you can only put so much stress on these things.
Yeah.
Well,
the hope is that it happens during recovery and not launch, that we lose it. But
yeah, well, we thought we lost a booster yesterday on recovery.
Yeah, we did.
It's like, go to the barge, and they're like, I think they didn't know where it was.
Apparently, they lost.
Sorry about that. I was trying to get it right in behind what Joe said.
All hands turn into your own bunks.
Apparently, what, Zach?
They lost connection to the ship, the downlink. So the ship saw it, but they didn't see it. So they had to download the feed from the ship.
Which is kind of embarrassing from a company that's trying to do satellite internet.
Yeah. And the government's paid for it now, too. So now they're going to have government-specific Starlinks. So
now, can you imagine the guys on there going, holy shit, we sunk the ship? Because you can imagine what that thing would do to the ship if that engine cut out or whatever. Still,
like, not that I'm wishing it happens, but like, can we have really good ground signal that day so we at least get to watch it?
Watch it go through the deck.
It'd kind of be amazing, but also really like, can they do that when we're like getting rid of one? Like we christen it goodbye with like an old Falcon, just right through it, skewer it, send it down artificial reef, make it a diving site for space enthusiasts.
That's an interesting idea.
An underwater rocket garden.
Exactly. With a drone ship skewered through a Falcon 9. Like an hors d'oeuvre.
And then send someone down and plaster it with something that would set on it that would allow the coral to take to it.
Yep.
Exactly.
That would be freaking awesome.
All right, guys. It
is
time to say good night. Say good night, everybody.
Good night. Thanks for showing up, Dan, and thanks for showing up, Zach and Rich and Chris and Dan and Joe.
All right, here we go.
If there's a wiener on that monitor, I swear to God, Stu.
I have slept the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100 things you have not dreamed of. Wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up, up the long, delirious, burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace when never lark nor even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind I trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand and touched the face of God.
B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. All you need is a 10 and a 5, car and a key and a sober driver. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. Yeah!